This is today's love horoscope prediction for Virgo. Those born between August 23 and September 22 are of this zodiac sign. To meet the needs of all those born under Virgo, I have divided the predictions for women, men, singles and those who are in a relationship. Lately, Virgos have taken to daydreaming, and that is something that is not bad, but from time to time at least you have to have your feet on the ground. Fantasizing too much is not good for you right now. Now is the time to focus and think with your head using common sense. If you really like joking or irony, be careful that everyone does not understand your way of being and may feel bad because they do not take it the way you intended. And if it is someone you barely know, it is better to leave the jokes for another time because you can annoy something that is starting. Love is presented a little stopped today, so that we are going to deceive ourselves, but the time is coming when you must begin to consider this matter in another way. Remember that the horoscope will indicate the trend for your sign, but it will not give you exact. They're not times to take risks and to be patient. Love horoscope for single women. The Virgo woman has the virtue of knowing how to act at the right time. She is rarely wrong, but since no one is perfect, this time she may be a bit disoriented. Melancholy today may affect your mood, dear Virgo. Do not worry, it is logical that sometimes memories surface and that feelings take over you. It's okay. You don't have to pretend to others. You are a very sensitive woman with a very good heart, and it is logical that sometimes you need the support of your loved ones. If you are not lucky enough to have close to that person who always has a voice of encouragement and who knows how to lift your spirits, the Virgo woman knows that fortunately today there are many ways to contact people when it is not possible. Today's free prediction for the Virgo man. The Virgo man usually has a great imagination and good inventiveness, but sometimes, as is going to happen to you today, you end up believing your own lies. Stop so many little birds in daydreaming. You are having too many illusions with someone you really barely know. Go little by little and wait to know more about her before launching the bells on the fly. A new stage begins in which it is more than likely that love will come into your life, perhaps not in the way you want, but you must live the moments. The energy trend of your zodiac sign tells us that today, and for a few days, a change has been taking place, although it is possible that for some of you, it is not yet coming. Today's Virgo horoscope in love for singles. Those of you who belong to the sign of Virgo are going to live a moment of tranquility. I know that some of them have been missing something for a long time, but on the other hand, others do not like the idea because they really like adventure. If you are one of those who prefer a busier life, you are going to have to insist on finding a way out of the routine because otherwise your life cannot be said to be full of emotions. As I always tell you, within the same sign there are people who have a different ascendant and cannot agree on everything, and that is why it is so difficult to make surprise. And it must be a novelty that awakens the senses of your partner. It's up to you to choose what sense it will be, if the palate, if touch, if you will do it through a delicious aroma, or with something that bewitches your eyes. You decide, use your imagination. If you don't have a partner, that dream you had, and that has been obsessing you for a while is premonitory. Things are going to happen just as they were presented in that dream, and for this reason you should be happy and worried at the same time. You should rejoice because it marks the entry of love into your life. And you must worry about not repeating the mistakes of your dream. You have to be more attentive to the flow of money. Those losses that you have had recently have an explanation, and you can avoid them. It is vital to keep track of all the hands that come in contact with the money and where they move it. There is the broken link that you must mend. Your sign does not have it easy with failure. No matter its size, it affects you in a general way. You become demotivated to the point of dull. And that is why every failure must be put in its proper measure. To end those discussions that have arisen lately, it is better to give in. Your partner believes that you take all the privileges within the relationship without providing common spaces. You want decisions within the relationship to be made together. And in this, he is absolutely right. It is time to share responsibilities and rights. It is a good day for you to rethink the need to work as a team. Your nature impels you to give orders before receiving them, but that's because you don't understand the need to work as a team, adding your talent rather than imposing it on others. It is a good day to learn the art of being a team. You don't usually get carried away by nostalgia, and that's a problem for you when, like today, you are assailed by memories that you don't know how to deal with emotionally. Do not reproach yourself for taking a moment to catch your breath and regain strength. You can't do anything with yesterday except learn from it. People in positions of power Those who make decisions that influence the lives of millions of people with a hard time choosing an option from a menu. Most of us, ordinary people, tend to work backwards. We easily make small decisions. But when it comes to decisions that affect others, we feel overwhelmed. You have weighed the pros and cons of an important matter. But if you treat it as if it were a simple decision, you will see that it is much less complex than you think. This weekend there is nothing worth worrying about. Tip of the day: return any friendly gesture you receive today, as it can lead to interesting encounters and unexpected opportunities. Lucky numbers for today: 1, 12, 14, 21, 38, 42. Free Virgo Daily Horoscope Tips. All the signs of the horoscope are divided into 3 decans according to the date of birth, and this is the specific Virgo horoscope prediction and advice for each of them. First decan, September 23 and 31. You should not be afraid of those changes that are coming your way, because they will be very good for you. Second decan, September 1st to 11th. You can regardless of what others are going to say about you. Third decan, September 12th and 22nd. Sooner rather than later you will see your expectations fulfilled in a subject that worries you a lot.